U.S. President Donald Trump made his third State of the Union speech today at the same House chamber where he was impeached last December. His speech focused on what he called the great American comeback. From snubbing Pelosi to taking a dig at the Democrats, Trump did it all today. Here are some of the highlights from his speech.
And my fellow citizens, 3 years ago, we launched the Great American Comeback. Tonight, I stand before you to share the incredible results. Jobs are booming, incomes are soaring, poverty is plummeting, crime is falling, confidence is surging, and our country is thriving and highly respected again.
Economy was also one of the key focus areas in Trump's speech.
To report to you tonight that our economy is the best it has ever been. Our military is completely rebuilt, with its power being unmatched anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. Our borders are secure. Our families are flourishing. Our values are renewed. Our pride is restored. And for all of these reasons, I say to the people of our great country and to the members of Congress, the state of our union is stronger than ever before.
But Trump did not just stop at economy. He also emphasized on the trade deal with China.
I also promised our citizens that I would impose tariffs to confront China's massive theft of America's jobs. Our strategy has worked. Days ago, we signed the groundbreaking new agreement with China that will defend our workers, protect our intellectual property, bring billions and billions of dollars into our treasury, and open vast new markets for products made and grown right here in the USA.
Now, Trump's speech included the regular boasting about economy and welfare, but when it came to healthcare, Trump brutally attacked the Democrats.
"132 lawmakers in this room have endorsed legislation to impose a socialist takeover of our healthcare system, wiping out the private health insurance plans of 180 million very happy Americans. To those watching at home tonight, I want you to know we will never let socialism destroy American health care.
The White House has recently unveiled a plan to overhaul Medicaid, another social safety net that protects the poor. The program, branded as Healthy Adult Opportunity, gives states the ability to withhold aid by creating work requirements.
I'm calling for bipartisan legislation that achieves the goal of dramatically lowering prescription drug prices. Get a bill on my desk and I will sign it into law immediately.
Another controversial issue that was brought up was the issue of abortion rights. Now, Trump called on lawmakers to pass legislation finally banning the late-term abortion of babies. Abortion has now become the biggest bipartisan issue in the House, driving a wedge between Democrats and Republicans. Last month, Trump made history by becoming the first sitting president to attend the anti-abortion March for Life rally in Washington. The Second Amendment was also a passing mention in the speech, with Trump vowing to protect the rights for Americans to carry arms. Awarding the Presidential Medal of Freedom right in between the speech, Trump asked First Lady Melania Trump to present the top civilian honor to conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh. Our correspondent Jagruti Dave gets us more on Donald Trump's State of the Union address.
Yes, indeed. This was primetime reality TV. From the moment President Trump refused to shake hands with Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, to the moment he reunited a woman with her husband who was a veteran in Afghanistan and deployed there and hadn't seen his family for months, the president said, to right at the end when Nancy Pelosi literally tears up the speech that the president just gave, all those papers that she was looking at, right behind him as the president is standing there receiving standing ovation and claps from the Republicans in the chamber. Truly, truly a State of the Union that we've probably never seen before. And really, that was probably the point. It was one of those speeches that was an election speech. It really felt like that. All those points that ticked off that list. He hit all those high notes for his base in particular. He talked about immigration. He talked about the border wall. He criticised the previous administration time and time again. He talked about socialism, the evils of socialism, and the merits of freedom that America can give, particularly after introducing that extraordinary moment where he introduced Juan Guaido, the opposition leader, as the legitimate president of Venezuela, and then moved swiftly on, segueing onto healthcare, tying the socialism in Cuba and Venezuela clearly to the Democrats and the plans for Medicare for all that some Democrat candidates such as Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are proposing. So yes, a truly extraordinary State of the Union. Yes, indeed. There were chants of 4 more years from the Republicans in the chamber. And really his pitch is that this line that he said, that any victory that matters in Washington is the victory of the American people. And he's really saying, really making a pitch for the American people to say, this is what has happened under my administration. All these lists of achievements that he trotted out in this speech, which the fact checkers are probably going mad trying to verify and trying to update to make sure whether these facts are correct indeed or not. But he's really making a play to the American people to say, this is what I have done, bring me back for 4 more years. And that is what the impeachment is all about really as well, that the Democrats wanted to show that this is a president who is not trustworthy, and his acquittal, it's unclear as to really whether that's going to affect how people see the president really, because polls have shown that the perception of Donald Trump has been unmoved on either side. So, I mean, the impeachment itself didn't feature literally in the speech, but of course he was standing there in the State of the Union giving the address in the very chamber where he was in fact impeached.